Today we're going to be cooking shrimp fried rice, and we're not just going to do a basic shrimp fried rice recipe. We're going to add a few things in there to make it a little bit more fun. Remember, when the shrimp is all packed, it's cooked. You want to be using day-old rice. You don't want to use fresh rice. These green onions should not be going in here to cook. It's a garnish. I just hope I don't get flamed by Uncle Roger.
Hiya!
Hiya!
Hi guys, this is Joe Linder with joesphenomenal.com, and welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you'd like to learn some cool new recipes, get some cooking tips and tricks, and all sorts of other kitchen related information, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. As always, if you look down in the description area of the video, all the ingredients you're going to need are listed down there along with all the measurements and everything else. So with that being said, let's get started. So you want to start first with a seasoned pan. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your oil and you're going to line the inside of the pan really well, get it all up and around. I actually used a whisk to whisk into the sides of the pan there. And you want to heat that up to the point where you can start to see smoke starting to appear. Then you're going to take it off the heat, let it cool down, and then use a paper napkin to just kind of get all the remaining oil out. Basically what you're doing is you're creating a thin layer of oil kind of cooked into the surface of the pan. And by doing that, we kind of get sort of a non-stick pan. So the rice and the other things won't stick to it. Even though we've done that, we're still cooking with oil. So go ahead and get this heated up. Gonna start with a little sesame oil. Let's kind of roll that around in here. You'll be able to tell the oil is ready when you can start to see little ripples forming in the oil. Okay, you want it to be nice and hot before we throw anything in there, because if you put protein into a cold pan, it's just going to soak into the meat. It's not going to char. It's just going to be a big mess. Okay, it's just about ready. First thing in will be the shrimp. Remember, when the shrimp is all packed, it's cooked. So this is a very fast process. We want to put our shallots in and our garlic. Broccoli takes longer to cook, so we're throwing that in now. The pine nuts, we want to get a little bit of color on those, so we're going to put those in. Now, anytime you cook anything in a wok,
Waka waka!
you never stop moving. You want to be cooking all the time. You want to be moving things around. A little salt. A little white pepper. A little celery. Yeah, I know, we're putting a lot of stuff in here. Not very traditional, but why would you come here and try to learn from me when everybody on the internet has got a shrimp fried rice recipe? Want a little something different, right?
I don't care.
A little something different that tastes good anyway. Okay, now we can remove all this from the pan temporarily.
A few moments later.
Okay, clean the pan up really quickly, re-oiled it, and once this gets up to temperature, then it'll be time to start on the rice. We're linking a quick rice making tutorial above, except instead of using the ratios that are in that recipe, you're going to want to go with a 1-to-1 ratio between the water and the rice to make it just a little bit drier. Now remember, with your rice, you want to be using day-old rice. You don't want to use fresh rice. It needs a little bit drier than that. If you take wet rice and throw it in here, it's just going to stick to everything. It's not going to be good. I would toss this pan, but this is my kitchen, and I'm just going to make a big mess, and I'm the one that's got to clean it up, so we'll do it this way. Soy sauce. Remember, for this whole recipe, you want this on maximum heat. You want to toss this around until everything's nice and even. You don't want any little bits of rice hanging around that look white. As you can see, I'm making a mess. Anyway. Add the egg. Add carrots. Add the Eda Mame. And our shrimp mix that we just got done cooking. It's really starting to smell good, guys. It's the way we want it. Now it's very critical that you keep tossing this around, because otherwise you're going to start getting rice burning here in the bottom. This is why it's so important for you to be organized and to have all your ingredients ready to go. We've linked the video above to show you how. Add the cabbage. A little bit of cooking sake or mirin. We're almost done. Well, this is driving me nuts, so I'm gonna clean this up. Yeah, fried rice is a very simple dish, but you'd be surprised how easy it is to mess it up. And usually what it is, if it gets messed up, it's either your rice is too wet because it was fresh, or you made it with too much water in it or something like that, or you weren't tossing the stuff around enough. It's usually kind of a small mistake that costs you decent fried rice. Okay, and we're just about ready. Final touch would be the green onions. Now remember, these green onions should not be going in here to cook. It's a garnish. That means you take the heat off, put them in at the end. Your object isn't to cook the onions. They've already got great flavor the way they are raw. So you're just tossing them in there. And then a little bit of sesame seed. Time to plate up. This turned out really good. Just the way we wanted it. The way I'm making it here, there's a lot more going on in there than you might be used to. But I say, why not? Have you ever tried to make fried rice before? Tell us about your experience down in the comments. And we just finish off with a little bit of sesame seed on top. When you look at the ingredient list, it looks a little bit daunting because there's quite a few things there, but the results are great. And as you can see, we put that together very quickly. Everything went into the pan right away, and there really wasn't any problem. Just the key is to keep on moving, keep getting everything going. And that's why it's so important to make sure you are organized in the way you go about getting all your stuff ready to go. Do me a favor, if you try this recipe out, come on back here and leave me a comment and let me know how it turned out for you. If you had any problems getting it right, leave me a message and I'd be happy to try to help you out. If you need any information about the recipe, the calorie count, the protein, the carbs, and the fat are all listed down in the description area, along with all the ingredients that I used and all the proportions. Also, if you visit our website at joesphenomenal.com, we post lots of recipes and information over there as well. So once again, I'm so happy and honored that you came down here to visit us and watch our videos, and I hope to see you again really soon. Take care and have a phenomenal day.